You've stopped into another episode of Dad Crossing where myself, Nick, and my co-host Sean will have real, honest chats about the highs and lows of dad life. We'll laugh together at the craziness of parenting and the silliness of our kiddos, and we'll support each other through the challenges and tough decisions of fatherhood. Whether you're a seasoned granddad or a dad-to-be, we promise laughs, relatable, and sometimes raw talk, and expert help to tackle the tough issues. Not from Sean and me, but from the amazing guests we'll have on the show. So let's be dads crossing through life together. Sean, it is so good to see your face. It has been, we didn't podcast last week. I started to miss you. I was having like Sean withdrawals. That's a thing.
Now you know how it feels. You venture off on these holidays as well. And,
it's true. Yeah.
You know, yeah. It was nice. We had a very nice time while we were away. It was interesting. It's so good. In fact, for the cottage that we were stopping in, we have now booked to go there for the week in Christmas 2026.
Wow.
So a huge thank you to the owners of Steel Close Mill because they offered us it at a really awesome price as a thank you for leaving it in such a nice state. I like cleaned up and everything afterwards. I did the usual, like I don't know if you do this, if you stop in places like that, like I took all the towels in and all the bedding off and I took it all down and I chucked it into a big pile at, like in the main entranceway. So when the people came in who needed to clean it, it was just there. They could scoop it up, pick it off, and like get it. And I'd emptied all the bins. I'd wiped all the site. Like literally, I don't know what they would have had to do other than go in and dust around for an hour. So
we don't empty the bins. That we don't do that. But the other stuff, yeah, for sure, the towels and everything, and we make sure like anything that would need to get washed is like in a pile, so that they don't have to like do that, and then they can just put new stuff on. So yeah, I hear you there. Is it like was it did you order straight through them, or is it like an Airbnb type of thing, or what was it?
So the first time when we did it, we ordered through a website, but this time we've booked it directly with them. Like Lindsay's got one of the owners, they've got her mobile number, so she's just like, "Yep, we'll take that date. That's awesome." And sent a deposit across, and she messaged back saying, "Cool, just pay us the rest like 8 weeks before."
Also, like anybody in America, just like imagine like those grand cottage entrances you see in like almost any like UK film or anything, and you got it. You got. I mean, Sean sent me the picture. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like every movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, Lindsay had sent me pictures of it, but like she'd only sent me pictures of like close-up parts of the house. So then, like when we got there, and we took both cars, so I followed Lindsay into like this driveway, and you kind of drive through a little bit of a woodland thing, and it comes off a tarmac road onto like this big gravel drive. And you round this corner, and like the grounds all open up, and there's the carport, and then there's just this huge and I was like reversed into the carport, and I was like, wow. Really wow. So, but yeah, we had an awesome time. Did lots of cool stuff. Went four-wheeling with the kids. Learned that Logan did not like it. He fell off, which is one of the reasons why he didn't like it. He didn't like the bumps and the ruts, so he was like actively trying to avoid them. But then in actively trying to avoid them, they were then throwing him up onto the bankings a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
And he nearly came off like 2 times, and then this one time he did, and he blipped the throttle, and the quad bike kind of like launched, and he just dived off to one direction. So that was kind of the end of it. But Emily loved it. She was like an absolute speed freak and giggled the entire time.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I don't know who she gets that from.
I was shocked when you said that. No, Logan didn't like it. I mean, I was like, wow, he's like your daredevil. But he likes to have full control, I imagine. Like, hey, let me do the thing.
He'd be happy in a go-kart, like on flat ground that was relatively smooth. But there was a lot for him to think about. I mean, there was more for Emily to think about because she had a manual forward, so she had the gears to think about. Logan was on a automatic. Yeah.
I don't know if I could drive a manual 4-wheeler. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever driven one, and I was like having to think about where it was, and I wasn't having to use my foot. Like mine was on the handlebar on the left. I just had buttons that would do it. It was like an automatic up and down gearbox. Emily's was like the old school, tap your foot on on this lever, and the gear will go down. Lift it, stick your toe underneath, and lift it up, and the gear will go up.
I had no idea. Wow, kudos to her,
she got
man.
it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she got it. They took us across his field. It was really, really flat at this point. This was after like Logan and Lindsay had gone back in the van that they brought up, and they took us on this bit that was even more bumpy. And then after a while, they took us on this really open field, and like he just let go and he would disappeared. And I was like, "Come on, Emily, we need to catch up with him." And we were flooring it, and we were doing like 60 kilometers an hour on these four wheelers. And I was like, keep going up the gears. And like she got to the highest gear, and she was like, "It won't go anymore."
That's awesome. That's really cool. Any other stories? Any other thing you did or?
Lots of walks.
Nice.
There's some really nice historical bits and pieces around where we were. So the place we stopped was called Steel Close Mill, and that was due to the fact that it was where it was close to the steel works and the steel like refractory places. The viaducts that the train line used to run on, where they used to cart all the materials up for the steel to be made and then cart it back down to distribute it to all the different places, all ran behind the property. So we could walk across the gardens through this little bit of a woodland where there was like a zip line in this woodland that was part of the property, which was awesome. We could walk up onto one of the viaducts, and then you either went left or right, and you could walk for miles on this viaduct. It'd all been paved. It's like they'd removed the railway track, but you could see where it ran. So we did that quite a lot. To the kids swimming, lots of lawn games, so bowls, giant Jenga, and things like that. And then for the rest of the time, we just kind of went off and discovered places and walked around woodlands and stuff.
So. That's great. So they invited you back.
Rex
so
was
you
very
didn't
tired.
steal their their lawnmowers. I take it because I would have attempted
Those
to steal their lawnmowers.
Ace.
I know.
Yeah. Bob and Bobina.
Bob and Bobina. I love it. We would just need one of them. See, they wouldn't even know. I'd be like, listen, Bob, you just gotta do extra work. We're taking Bobino with us. So yeah, that would be really want one of those.
Yeah, it was really
at some point.
Well, while we were there, I was sat with Lindsay's dad because her dad and his wife came with us. Well, they didn't come with us. We got there on the Friday. They came on the Saturday evening and stopped with us till Thursday morning, which was really nice because we did a couple of things as a bigger group and things like had meals and stuff together, which was nice. But while we were sat around one night, we were kind of discussing. It was like, how much do you think it is to purchase this property? Because it was 3 different cottages, but all stuck together. That's so. But originally it was all one big house, and what they'd done is they'd like sectioned it off into 3 different cottages so they can hire it out. And when we spoke to the woman, she was like, "Yeah, we lived here for a few years, but there was only 3 of us in the house, and it's kind of a big house to live in." So
kind of.
Yeah, so we sectioned it off, and like we live in we've got our sons and daughters live in one of the cottages full time sort of thing, and they keep an eye on the property for us and things like that, and make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
It's a good gig.
But the other 2 we hire out. So we were like playing guess how much it would be worth, and I got kind of sick of the round and round conversation of like how much. So I went on Zoopla, which is a really good app for checking existing like house prices in the UK, because you can go back and see like when it was sold and how much it sold for. In April 2022, the property as a whole sold for 1.1 million.
Wow, that actually isn't as much as I thought. I thought you were going to say
yeah,
more
I
than
said
that.
the same.
Yeah,
and it's currently worth 1.4.
That is.
So then I was like talking to Lindsay. I was like, okay, how do we make that much money? But yeah,
I went.
Yeah, the thing had.
I went on Zoopla.
We
just to see what I could see.
1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 bedrooms, and each bedroom was like big enough to have a super king bed, a sofa in each bedroom, a chair, a dressing table area, built-in wardrobes. The rooms were just ridiculously huge. Had 3 bathrooms, massive kitchen lounge area, massive living room, and that was just one of the cottages. Like the adjoining cottage that literally we could have, if it was unlocked, there was a door in the living room which would walk into the other cottage that was like stuck to it.
Sure.
That has another 4 bedrooms, an orangery, which is like a conservatory with a brick wall.
Thanks. I was about to go there.
Yeah. So, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, hot tub outside. So it was just ridiculous. It was really like the picture I sent you. The main door that you could see in the middle was the second part of the cottage, and we were on the right-hand side. Okay. But you could for us to get in, we had to walk around the side. But great place for Rex. He had this little run that was all fenced off. He could go out in, but then we could take him up into the woodland and stuff with us. So
that sounds awesome, man.
It was very nice.
Yeah. So who picks the places of stay between you and
Lindsay? I have nothing to do with that.
There you go. Yeah, that's me. That's me as well. Like I will like in the trip we did, I planned the path, and I'm like, this is where we're gonna be each night. I don't know, because Becca knows that I'm gonna be like, it cost us $7,000 in stay, and she's gonna be like, say what? And I'll be like, I don't know. I just found a hotel, and I just booked it. And Becca's like, it cost us $1,000 for the whole thing. So yeah.
So no, my only stipulations I have is if we take my car, I need to have somewhere I can charge it, or the place has to be happy with me using the granny charger, which is basically just a normal plug that plugs into the wall, and then it plugs into my car. It takes forever to charge it, but it works. So it's got to have a charging point for my car if we take my car, and she's got to be happy with the amenities that are there, and there's got to be decent walks within, a 5-10 minute drive. I don't want to be driving like an hour to get to somewhere to do something.
Yeah, I'm never worried. Yeah. Becca's always making sure they're 4 to 4. She really wants 4.5 or above. When she on guest ratings and stuff when she does that. Not the overall lavishness of it, just what the guests rated it, how they thought it was, and all that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'm never worried. She did great in our last vacation. All the places were awesome and different and cool. So that's cool. I get you.
Yeah, it's been the same for us. And now we don't take the kids abroad because it's just with their age range, it's so difficult. You've got the 19-year-old that's up until whatever time in the morning, but then the 7-year-old that gets up at the butt crack of morning, and then the one in between that kind of would happily do either. We just come back more tired, so we've kind of made a pact that until at least the older two aren't coming with us, we probably won't go abroad again for a while, just because it's too much hard work and it's expensive for us to then go and be tired, because we've got to go in outside term time because Lindsay works at a school, so it's more expensive to take them, and it's just it's not worth, especially when in the UK. We stopped in Hastings, which was all the way on the south coast, which was lovely. We've stopped on the Galloway coast in Scotland, which again was absolutely gorgeous. We've stopped in Durham, which is basically the dead center midland of the UK, and that was really nice. And next year we're going to Wales, I believe, just on the border of Wales for a week. So, and that one's got a sauna, it's got a hot tub, and it's got a natural plunge pool. So I'm quite excited for that one.
And we're not far from a plunge pool.
Yeah, basically it's a pond you can get in and swim in.
Is it just the ocean?
I'm assuming anyway. No. But we're really close to a place called Bethesda. Not the place that makes really cool games. But it's a slate mine quarry. I think I've shown you the video of me doing the zip line.
Yes, I believe I have seen this. Yeah.
But they've got loads of other stuff. So they've got quarry carts, they've got this woodland roller coaster, crazy golf course that's in the caves in the quarry, and trampolines that are in the caves in the quarry. And
That's
stuff.
a brilliant idea. Like, so are they done? Do they still quarry out of it, or is it? Are they done?
It's done.
That's such
Yeah,
a good use of this thing. Like, okay, they've made this eyesore now because we needed this resource. What do we do with it? Like, and then they made this fun, like, little amusement area. That's fantastic. That is great usage. I mean, it really is.
Yeah. And it's all, and the backdrop of it all as well is Snowdonia, which is like one of the largest mountains that we have in the UK. It's one of the 3 national peaks.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know there was a mountain. When you say Snowdonia, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a snow level in Donkey Kong. Like,
oh yeah,
like, where must we get the bananas? From Snowdonia. That's
yeah. I mean, I'm saying it's a mountain. You can do the UK national peaks in 24 hours. That's it, with the driving between them as well. So it's not massive, but it's big for us.
Yeah, no, I get you. That's cool. Wow. Well, cool. I'm glad did you come home refreshed? What kind of vacation was it? Did you come home refreshed, or like, my God, I need a vacation from my vacation?
No, we came home.
Good.
I came because it was so. I got there and I kind of switched off, and I said that to Lindsay. I got there and I just went, I don't care what we're doing. Don't care when we're doing it. You tell me where I need to be. I'll be ready. I might be dragging my heels a little bit because I am just on a go slow.
That's good. That's good. We're not good at those vacations. We need to get better at them. We usually come home from our vacations like, oh my God, it was so much fun. We saw so much stuff. And I'm so tired.
We did a lot. Like, I didn't do as much walking as I could have done. Lindsay did a lot of walking with her dad and the dog. I kind of opted, like, on a morning, if they were taking the dogs for a walk, I'll sort the kids out. I'll sort the kids out and I'll tidy around a bit and I'll just kind of potter and do stuff, which really was, you take the dog for a walk. I'm going to go make a really nice coffee and sit, like, in the woodland area with my really nice coffee while I listen to the birds, wait for the sun to come up a little bit more. Then I'll go wake the kids up.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool, sir. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. I am glad you're back. Podcasting would not be the same without you. So,
no, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere else now till this time next year. So
there you go. And I'm not going anywhere else until June of next year. So I guess we'll be doing the same thing again. You'll be finding something in June, and I'll be finding something in September. Sounds good. Yeah. Appreciate it. For me, I don't know. It's been, I was sick in the beginning. Well, it was Labor Day. I think I've asked you this before, Sean, and I forget. Do you celebrate Labor Day?
Did you eat 7 hot dogs?
No.
There's a Blink-182 song in this. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. Yeah. No, I did not
it's
eat
Labor
7.
Day, and my grandpa just ate 7 hot dogs.
I like that you censored that. I don't know what you censored, but I can tell that you censored something. No, I think I had 2 hot dogs and 2 hamburgers throughout the entire day. So it's like we hang out from like lunch to supper. So that was kind of over both times, and cake and other things. It was a lot of food. It was a lot of food, but we had fun. It was good. It was a good time. So I was sick and kind of have been most of this week. I still kind of am. So you guys can probably maybe hear that in my voice a bit, but lots of the tireds, and then Noah's in rehearsal, or Noah auditioned for the Shrek musical. And so he got a part as Baby Bear in the Shrek musical, which we are super excited about. He's super excited about it. It should be fun. It was a pretty cool part for him because this is like not your school theater club. Like, this is the community's civic players. So it's kind of I don't know if you want to say a step up, but it's like, it's not as small as the other one. So and so for him to get a part where he has a couple of lines, and he's in a lot of it, actually. He's not like, he doesn't have lines in a lot of it, but he's in a lot of the like dance routines and stuff like that. Was pretty cool, and he was pretty excited about that. So yeah, but that means because he is in some way, like he makes an appearance in a lot of it. That means the rehearsals are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and because his character in some way is dancing around on stage on a lot of it, that he's there a lot of those days. So there's that. And then there's still travel soccer Tuesday and Thursday. So there's a lot of like traveling. I had late night meetings twice this week. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot this week. I know you were like, how's things going? I'm like, yeah, they're going. I'm just, I sleep 8 hours and I wake up and I feel like I need to go back to bed. And yeah. And so, yeah. So but we made it through, you know, how you do those weeks. Made it through. Life's good. Everybody got to the things they needed to get to, and all the stuff got done. So there you go.
How are the kids enjoying being back at school? How's it going?
They love it. They love their teachers. Shout out to you, Mrs. Pagels and Miss Haskins. I always forget if she's a Miss or Mrs. She's a Miss. So yeah, they love the teachers and so yeah, I don't know. They seem to be enjoying. They seem to be having a great year, really. I haven't so far heard any major fuss or anything like that. They're making friends and seem to be having a good.
Can't blame that.
Yeah. Seem to be having a good time.
Logan went back. Let me get this right. So Lindsay went back to work Monday. Her kids went back to school Wednesday. Logan went back to school Tuesday. Emily went back to school Thursday. And Jay doesn't go back to uni until the 20th of September. Wow, that's correct. Yeah. So
that's a lot of.
Emily's enjoying year 9. For whatever reason, year 9 seems to have like hit the spot and she's happy. She's enjoying it, which is good. She was worried. She was like, "Yeah, school's boring." Logan, they split Logan's class up. So there's like 2 sides to year 3 that is in now. There was 2 sides to year 2, and they've kind of split the classes in half and then just pushed them and separated them and pushed them together, sort of thing. And mixed them up. So he's got people in his class that he didn't have last year, and he's got people that aren't in his class that was with him last year, which for some aspects is good, but for other aspects isn't, because I know he's missing his friend James. But his new teacher, Miss Fell, really nice. Spoke to her on Friday, just because we'd had to send her a message about something. So like making sure she'd seen the message and that she understood that there's going to be a few things coming up, which I will talk about once I've got my head around it properly. But yeah, she was really good. And they've got stick insects in a tank in the classroom. So like Logan's really happy. He goes in and he looks at them every day and makes and counts and makes sure everybody's there.
And that's cool. So yeah, they're like the little things that look like that they can kind of look like sticks to like blend in. That's neat.
Yeah. There's 2 adults and 7 babies.
Wow. Good on them. It seems like they're having a good time in that tank. So gotta like that.
Oh my word.
Well, I mean, it's just true. I mean, I don't know. But okay, here's a squirrel moment for you, Sean. We're playing Minecraft today. Ariel has wanted a cat forever. Like she's like actually asked me if we could just go into creative mode so she could get a cat. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. But you're playing with me. We're playing the real way. She finds a cat. I did everything I could to help her, and we got the cat from way over in BFE back to our village, alive and well in a boat. Okay, so I'm happy for her. And she looks at me and she says, "If I feed the cat, will it make a baby?" I'm like, "No, sis." I was like, "You need 2. You need to feed 2 animals of the same type to make a baby." Oh, okay. And I was like, "I think it's about time to have Mom has a conversation with you."
Well,
which I think she kind of has. I don't really remember, but anyways, it was
fun. The element of like the religion, like belief in the Jesus's mother was immaculately
right. Yeah.
Concepted. That can be confusing. Yeah. She thinks like it just happens, but yeah, you're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, it was just so funny. Which, I mean, ironically, I had the conversation with Noah and a while ago, a couple of years ago. And then one time when we were playing Minecraft, he asked the question. I was like, do you remember the conversation? And he's like, yeah, kind of. And so Minecraft is really a great way. It gets you into that, to that mindset of and so then we we put down the controllers and had that conversation again. So anyways,
But the other thing that came out while we were on holiday is one evening we're all kind of chilling in the living room together, and we didn't know what to do. We'd kind of exhausted playing Uno to the point like we were pretty bored of Jaya winning constantly. She's a Uno shark, believe me. So we had a flick through, and the TV had Netflix on, so we were like flicking through, and we started watching Harry Potter.
Oh, cool.
Logan has watched the first 2 films, absolutely loves them. He is dressing up as Harry Potter for Halloween. He stole one of his sister's wands. The reason why he's upset that his little friend James is in the other classroom is because James has red hair like Ron, and he wanted to be able to live out the whole Harry Potter dream of having a friend with red hair. But no, he absolutely loves it. Tomorrow we're going to watch the 3rd one, which is Goblet of Fire, I believe.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes because it starts to tilt into dark, starts to go then. But yeah, he understands it. It's not freaked him out. The whole in Philosopher's Stone when they take the head wrap off and didn't freak him out. He seems pretty cool with that. Asking lots of questions.
Cool.
So.
Man, now we're in the Order of Phoenix and people die left and right. They just drop like flies. Nobody seems to even care.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just I'm like, are we sure this is a kid's book anymore? Like, somebody got out of the Azkaban and 12 more people died when it happened. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, is Azkaban the one with Tonks? The lady with the face that changes.
Oh, that might be somewhere that I don't know about because I know about Tonks being in part of the Order of the Phoenix. I didn't know about the face changing part. I don't think.
Yeah, she's a familiar. She can change her hair color and stuff.
Oh wait, maybe I did know that. Maybe that was in the very beginning. Don't get angry about it, Sean.
She married to Professor Lupin?
Not yet. I feel like you're giving away stuff that I'm not read yet.
Oh, yeah. But no, it's Order of the Phoenix is that horrible book that's freaking really long.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Harry's
it's awful.
Such a little. He's just such a little moaner in it. It's unreal. But yeah, it's one of the better books for action to read, but it's so hard to read the Harry parts. So JK knew what she was doing. She was like, I'm going to make a really interesting book. I'm going to make it really hard to read.
Yeah. You warned me, and actually so did another friend, that it was the roughest of them all. And oh man,
you've only got 2 left after that, then.
I guess I don't know. I can't keep track. All I know is I feel like I'm going to die in the Order of the Phoenix. I'm going to be like, it's as far as I'm ever going to make it, right there. I feel like. Here lies Nick. He almost read all of the Order of the Phoenix. So be what my tombstone says.
Almost.
Yeah. I would be like, listen, Noah's going to be like, I'm going to go out and go to college. I'm like, screw you're not. You're going to finish Order of the Phoenix with me. So get in bed.
But that's Twitter.
That's what's gonna happen right there. Anyways, let's see. Let's go. We were talking a little bit about games. Let's go into games. I beat Donkey Kong. I did not 100% Donkey Kong. Disclaimer. I beat it.
Not worth it.
Not worth it. Sean says. I beat it, and that's where I'm done. I really liked the game. It was fun. Well, go ahead.
How excited were you when you saw K. Rool?
Can I tell you something? I had a real emotional roller coaster here because I loved how they put it all in and the things you got to see, and especially being a huge Donkey Kong Country fan from way back when, in the very first 3, played them all, did the stuff, Tropical Freeze, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I'm like, I was just kind of done with the game, right? Like, I mean, I just was like, okay, I really want to move on. And so, like, there was this push and pull of like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Son of a B, I gotta keep playing this game. So it was really like this, like, push and pull in my emotions. I had to put it down to go do something, which was very helpful. I put it down on the roller coaster down right before, like, the big, well, what I thought was the big fight, and then there was even more after that. Anyway, and that was really helpful because I really kind of sat down at that thing thinking, I'm going to beat this game in this sit down. And so I was kind of pushing my way through it, trying to just be like, okay, I really want to beat this game. But having to like sit down when I came back to it, I had some more time. It was much more fun. But yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh. But no, the fact
I like
that
how they all
real love went into that game at the end.
Yeah, I like how they brought back all the old enemies
Mm-hmm.
in that layer.
Yeah.
I thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
With the original sounds and everything, I thought that was very good. So
yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, just that game was like probably an 8-ish for me, and then the very ending's like a 10. I can see how people got to a 10 in that game because they were like they put it down and they were like, now I have to score it. It was a 10 because it was amazing, and I was like, well, I don't know, but anyways, but I loved it, and now I'm on to Grounded and Hollow Knight, which you just started as well.
Yep, good old Silk Song. I mean, that was awesome. The fact that it yesterday it dropped, or the day before?
Thursday. It was Thursday. It dropped. Yeah, the 4th.
So it drops Thursday. Absolutely breaks the internet to the point where the Microsoft Store broken, Nintendo Store broken, PlayStation Store broken, Steam Store broken.
Yeah,
and this game has come from 3 guys. Team Cherry, just 3 guys, and they priced it at $20. If for me, any AAA developer that was looking at a small indie developer made of 3 guys selling a game for $20 that can crash the internet, they need to stop and go, we're doing this wrong. We are really, really doing this wrong. We need to scale back, take our time, and do it, because I've played half an hour of it. I haven't even got like past what you would class as the tutorial part of the game, which there isn't a tutorial part of the game. It kind of just throws you in at the deep end. And it's so nice. I've got no issues with it. Everything's really fluid. The difficulty is just right to start with because it's a reminder of, Hollow Knight, you could do this. So it's just, it's very good. And I like that it's narrated. So like when they're talking back and forth, it's not, you don't have to read it and they're just making funny noises. It's kind of, you've got the element of it feels narrated.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm like, I just finished I don't know, I'm gonna in air quotes say the second boss. The first boss wasn't really a boss, but it whatever. It was kind of,
the first boss was the stingy thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of.
I have done 2 bosses because when I started, when it first starts and you wear the cages that she gets brought there in, I didn't go left.
Oh.
I went right.
You might have done a boss that I didn't even know about.
Yep. Apparently, not many people do.
Okay. Huh.
You go right and you jump into the side of the screen, and you go through this little area where one of those statues is there. And if you break the statue, you get the little thingy shards, skull shards. If you then jump into the wall again, you go through, and there's one of those, those little tiny things that roll around the blocks.
Oh yeah.
There's a big version of that you can fight.
Huh.
Very hard to do, but you can get 2 hits and then run out, and it does its thing of rolling around and banging into the side of the screen. You can wait for it to slow down, go and give it another 2 pokes, and keep doing that until you defeat it, and it drops a beast shard, which gives you 140 skull shards.
Wow, look at that.
So at the start of the game, I had 170 skull shares, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. How do I go and level things up? Because like I feel like I'm rich." But
To be honest, I still haven't
got
used. I still don't know what the shards are for. I'm just using the little round rosary bead things. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these little these other things, but I guess we'll find out. So yeah, that's interesting. But that's the great part about Hollow Knight. I love it. I love those kind of things. You either love it or you hate it. I think like there's very few that are like in between. Like, oh, it's okay. The exploration is difficult, and you can kind of have to muck around. I think it seems to me from the first one that they have a mechanic in this one. I don't want to spoil it for people who are like ultra spoiler that seems to make this one a little bit easier on exploration, in my opinion, compared to how the old one was. But yeah, but it looks like it's gonna be just as hard, probably harder. I would imagine they probably upped the ante a bit. But back to the Team Cherry, like the developers, yeah, I think that's such a neat story that, like we were talking about. So normally the thought would have been, while we had a successful game, let's ramp up our production, right? Let's hire 30 more people and put out this Silk Song game in like, I don't know, a year or something like that. But then you got to pay those 30 people, and that money, all that money you made from that first game doesn't go quite as far, right? But when you're just a team of 3, 6 years, they're living off of millions of dollars, you know? Or like, sure, we're still good. We're fine, you know? Like, we didn't have to, now we have more money. Now what do we want to do? Like, I just think it's such a great story of just like, yeah, we're just going to be who we're going to be. This little team over here doing this thing, making games people love. And sure, you know, I love it.
So, but it's such a well-polished game as well for it to just be done by free.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play it to fruition because of the story of the developer, as well as the fact that it's a Metroidvania game meets a dungeon crawler meets a Souls-like, which, you know, we don't like Souls-likes, but I can stick this. So
I don't like 3D Souls-likes. That's what I'll say. Oh, yeah. I just don't. My brain cannot wrap around the patterns in the 3D sphere. But like in 2D, sure, I might die a bunch, but I can see the patterns so much easier in a 2D form than like.
That's the 1990s gamer in you.
Yeah, exactly. It totally is, and I'll own that. Like, you're 100% right, Sean. And it's just like, but people are like, oh yeah, well, the Beast Lord in Elden Ring had an obvious pattern, and I'm like, I don't know, I didn't see it. I don't think I lived long enough maybe to see it, but I didn't see it. The pattern was I ran into the room, he picked up his big dang axe, and he hacked me with it till I died. That's the pattern that I saw every time.
Well, I ran around going, ah.
Yeah. There's my pattern. There's the pattern. You're welcome. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. By the way, Beast, I just made that up. That's not another. So if somebody's like the Beast Lord, I never played him. Yeah, I just made that up. But anyways, Hollow Knight's great. On the flip side, Grounded 2, I am absolutely loving it. It is not as flawless as Hollow Knight. There is one bug, nothing that's horrible that's like going to kick you out. I mean, just there are times like when the bugs crawl, the grass like stems move and stuff like that. Randomly, grass stems just move. Like I'll run over and be like, oh, I wonder what bug's over there. No, nothing. Grass stems just like. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not right. So yeah, there's some things that they need to clean up. But here's the creepiest one, Sean. This one is rough. Literally, like my daughter's like, nah, you gotta put a helmet on. If you have a hood and you play and your hood breaks because your all your equipment and items can break, and you can fix them if you so choose. And it breaks, what happens is the hood comes off your head and it becomes red and it kind of goes over to the side, and when you have time you can go and repair it. But when the hood comes off your head, Sean, you have the creepiest backwards head in the I've ever. Like I can't look at it. Like imagine somebody like took your face was clay and they just took it and kind of moved it, and then they went Right, because I play in 3D, right? So I play in third person.
Are you
not
playing
3D.
third
Yeah, I
person?
play
Yeah.
in third person because that's just how I like those games. But yeah, it's like somebody broke the guy's neck and his face was clay and they just kind of moved it around. And he's just like sitting there, he's like, and he's just staring at you while you're running. And it's just like, I cannot. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I gotta go get my hood back on because this is gonna freak me out. And then once I
see,
put
I
the
only
hood
play
on, once I
first
fix
person.
the hood, put it on, I can take it off and everything's right. You just see the back of his head. But if the hood breaks, man, let me tell you, it's rough. Anyway, so that's
have you put that into Obsidian? I mean, like, this is really creepy.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Not only do I have to
figured they
contend
know.
with giant spiders.
Yeah.
Not only do I have to contend with giant spiders in the dark, but I have to do it with a broken neck.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But other than that, that game is everything that I loved before. I mean, and the riding of the bugs that they've added is super fun. I got myself an ant buggy.
What about the Omni tool? What do you think of that?
I thought it was great. I built I made a lot of axes. I fixed a lot of broken axes. I think it was a really smart decision to say, you know what? Why are we going to make them just continually like fix this axe over and over and over or whatever? So the fact that it's all in one, now it doesn't take up 4 spots in my thing. I love that.
Any spots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I think they looked at that and saw the quality of life issue there and said, we can make this a lot better for them. And it just makes sense. And I thought it was really great how they wrote it into the game. You know, they found a way to like conveniently put it into the game. And he's even like, what's this? Oh man, I wish I'd have had this before, you know? And it's just like, okay, it's cool. I can appreciate it. So
They realized that and thought, let's make a joke about it.
Yeah, totally. So I saw a scorpion. I've ran away from a scorpion. So that's
they're really hard to kill.
Did you kill one yet?
No.
Okay, I was like, wow, good on you.
I named my first ant that you can ride, Rex, and I'm quite attached to him, so I don't like to put him in dangerous situations.
Mm-hmm. So is Noah. Man, I went under this picnic table where these like baby scorpion nymphs were, and Noah's like, "Go put the buggy back. Go put him back. He's gonna die. Put him back." And I'm like, buddy, I'm like, I can't just like I can't treat him like he's a Lamborghini and I just take him out on like a Sunday for an hour, you know? Like I need to actually use his abilities in this game. And so but that was very
what I haven't done is I haven't gone back into the ants' nests using my giant ant to pick up another giant ant egg to bring back to the incubator.
Mm-hmm. I have
because
not done that.
You can get you can go for an ant's nest without being attacked.
Oh really? Oh. I was wondering what the ants would do. I hadn't tried it yet. I had gone in and chewed the branches in the one cave only to find out that my Omni tool wasn't strong enough to like actually get the prize that was there, which is lame. Obsidian. I'm sorry, it just is. Like there's this, you're obviously going to go to the first thing you found. So at least make
is that the golden tooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's the one you first see. So that's the one when you get the ability, you're going to go to and check out. So you go to and check it out, and they're like, "Yeah, look, you can't do anything with that." And I was like, "Come on, that's stupid." Like make it like that's Elden Ring right there. Like, look at this sword in 500 levels, you'll actually be able to use it. So I didn't appreciate that.
I forgot it was level locked.
Yeah.
So,
but
what have I been playing?
Yeah, what have you been playing?
Silksong. I've been playing Cult of the Lamb. I bought that while we were on holiday. That was my kind of thing when I'd had enough of everybody. I could just go and lay on the bed and cult away, which was good fun. Enjoy that very much. And then the other thing I've been playing, which I'm allowed to talk about now, is I got the early access. When I say early access, I got the early alpha access to EA's new skate game. It was great. There was a few bugs. There is still. I'm in the process of writing down all the things that I've had issues with. and the things that I think that are missing in the game because they've asked for an email to kind of talk about them. But man, it's been so worth the wait. It's been 11 years since the last one, almost as long as the gap for Grand Theft Auto.
Sure.
And they've done so well. Like when the first Skate came out, the only skateboarding games that you could get were the Tony Hawk series or the very first Skate and Destroy, which was on the PlayStation, which was a really hard game, but it was, once you got the hang of it, it was very much like a simulated game for its time. So when they brought Skate out and they brought the flick it control, so like the right analog controls the board and what the board does, and the left analog stick controls what the person does on the board, which is really good. It just took the skateboarding gaming world by storm, to the point where Skater XL and Sessions, which are the two other skating sim games, kind of copied that and then added their own aspect to it. Sessions is a lot harder than Skater XL, but yeah. So they've added that in. They've kept the realism for like the people that originally played Skate, but then what they've also added in is a lot of crazy stuff that the Skate Free fans, where they're doing these really big, huge jumps off buildings and then wall riding across the side of these towers, and then jumping off those and landing in other big ramps and things like that. They've kept to that as well, and it's hilarious because the whole game is online, and there's been other people with the playtest ability as well. So like you'll be skating around doing stuff, and then all of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, somebody will just face plant the floor next to you, and you're like, "Where did they come from?" And you'll look around and you'll see loads of people like base jumping off this skyscraper and kind of trying to aim for something, and you can stand there and watch them for ages, and it's like watching lemmings. It's absolutely hilarious.
That's funny.
So, but yeah, it's very good. I very much enjoyed it. I finished what they call the San Van wrap-up tour so far. So I'm kind of at a lull with it to what I can do next.
Sure. Well, that's cool, man. I'm glad. I think it's awesome that you got that opportunity. Really excited for you because I know you'll usually play games like, well, it's not as good as Skate, but I enjoyed it. So the fact that you got to be alpha on this game is super cool.
The day I got the code for it, I was like, oh my God. Literally just plonked myself in the beanbag. I think it was in the middle of a conversation with Lindsay, and I was like, I've just got this email to play test a game that I would absolutely adore to have. So dragged the beanbag out, sat down. She's like, what are you doing? I'm downloading it now. I'm downloading now, and I'm not coming to bed later. So, do you. But yeah, it's great. So on August 29th, they took all the watermarks off because while I was playing it, I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I wasn't allowed to share it. I wasn't allowed to mention that I'd even had the opportunity to do it. That was the NDA around all that. So I couldn't talk about it, but they had like a watermark that would keep moving around, so you couldn't put footage out, or if you did, you didn't have your playtest number and name on it, stuff like that. So
oh wow, I never knew that's how they did that. That's fun. That's neat.
Yeah. But on August 29th, they took that off, and it went from early alpha access to just early access.
Okay.
And they're like, you can have this game. From the 29th, we've reset everybody's progress. If you spent real money in the game to get the stuff you can to unlock other things like clothing and stuff like that, so we have reimbursed you with all that and doubled it as a thank you.
Oh wow!
So
did you buy anything?
That. I didn't. I wish I had.
I know,
but I didn't.
Right? You would have got double your money.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I know. I did. There wasn't anything that I caught my fancy. There was one thing, and it was like. It cost me like 24 English money to get it, and I was kind of like, I don't know how the game's going to play. Is there going to be elements that I don't like?
Yeah.
Is it like going to? So I didn't want to do it, which I wish I had. Now I wish I had, not because of the doubling the money, but because it's so good.
That too, but
I'm kind of hoping that when the early access runs out on the 16th of September, they kind of just go, just keep the game.
Right?
Here you go.
Yeah.
Thanks. That would be awesome. But I would buy a second copy because, and I'm going to say this really quietly, I need to update the girls' Xbox because it's starting to really crap out on games.
Yeah.
So if I buy, I'm gonna digitally buy a second copy for on Jaya's account. So because I know she likes it, and I know Emily likes it as well. So, and there's a really cool like co-op play mode to it as well.
Nice.
Cool. And Logan likes it as well. Logan had a go. Well, he shouldn't have done. I don't know how that works, but he played it. Emily played it. Jay's played it. They've all really liked it. So
nice. Cool. Well, that's awesome.
Logan loved it because he was like, I shouldn't be playing this because it's not even out yet, and you shouldn't be letting me play this. And I was like, it's really cool. I trust you're not going to say anything, and nobody will probably believe you if you did anyway. So
Right.
it doesn't matter.
That's funny. No, that's cool. So. I'm glad you got it, man. That's awesome. All right. I think that's a jam-packed everyday life right there, sir.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for like 2 weeks of trying to catch up.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm what time is it now in the UK? It's midnight in the UK. Emily's just gone to bed. And I'm now going to go and instruct Logan because he's done his usual of like staying quiet and out of the way because he knows it's late. So Lindsay will already be asleep. So I'm going to go put Logan to bed. So yeah, that's what the rest of my evening is going to be like.
Nice, sir. All right, well, take us out.
Cool. Well, thanks very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. I haven't got to them yet because I've been so busy. It's the thing I'm going to do because I'm on bad week this week. So I'm going to be doing a lot of driving to and from work. So I'm going to get them listened to on the way to and from work. But if you want to join us, we're going to come in on Wednesday with tips and tricks on how to go from a family day out, just being a day at the park, to costing an absolute fortune in snacks, eating out, drinks, and ways around that you can make it maybe a little bit cheaper or alternate ways to have fun at a lower cost. So join us in. And until then, we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to Dad Crossing. We're here to remind you that this podcast is made by dads for dads. It's a place where all of us can come together, share a laugh, and tackle the wild ride that is fatherhood. If you want to keep the conversation going or just need a safe space to chat or ask for help, you are always welcome to reach out. You can find me, Sean, at Sean_Abbott, and you can find my good friend Nick at Nick10Do. And of course, give our social media platforms a good look over because that is where we share all the updates, all the laughs, and all the things dad life. That is, everything is at Dad Crossing. For anything more, feel free to drop us a message at team@dadcrossing.com. And until next time, stay strong, stay connected, and remember, you're never alone on this journey. We'll see you in the next episode of Dad Crossing.